As you can see from the title, this video is about everyone's favorite purveyor of logic and reason, John Dans Jr., aka UndertakerFreak1127. Now, if you follow my videos, you'll notice that I don't really seem to like John, as I do not really have my head shoved far up his ass thinking his devilish anal shit smells like roses and sunshine. This dislike for him started back when I was the second J in JJ Discussions. Yes, it actually was. And John, he made a video talking down on the straight edge lifestyle. Yes, John was talking down on people who choose not to drink or get high and like to gather together and celebrate it, calling themselves straight edge. He was getting all pissy about them because they label themselves, even though he labels himself as a YouTube ranter and a wrestling fan and whatever the hell else, right? So anyways, so this made me lose a lot of respect for him. He also made a video or two talking about a user by the name of CraftNation. At the time, I also thought Kevin Kraft's videos were not really that good. But over time and working to I guess in a way mature myself and to make myself more open and take my head out of my ass, I started to open my mind up. And sort of one of the first things that wasn't personal that I started opening up my mind to was John Dans Jr. and CraftNation. And John and a lot of the YouTube ranting community's severe dislike for him. Now, for those of you who don't know who CraftNation is, he's simply a user who commentates, gives his opinion to, and brings attention to current topics, trending or not, and monetizes it. This is actually a very similar approach to creating and profiting from content that much of the YouTube ranting community, UTF included, uses. Yet, yes, you just heard that right. I didn't bash CraftNation. In fact, I just defended him. Go figure. How John actually decides to structure his videos is by providing a scenario and then giving an introduction to the topic in question, giving his opinion, thoughts, and feelings on said topic, which is usually popular and well known, and then saying a big word here or there that is not commonly used by the average Joe, and then making like 5 more videos about the same thing, saying he'll stop making more videos about it, and then makes a whole bunch more. Now, John often criticizes the content of other YouTubers who he may dislike or who criticize him. And he usually does it publicly. And he will berate them with petty insults, giving harsh, often unfounded criticism with seemingly no real thought behind doing so, making assumptions and claims that a user may put no work into their content, that their content is boring, and much, much more. I find this to be unfair on his part, as John's videos typically tend to be bland. I say so because from watching his videos for over a year, I've grown to be bored of him. I've grown to be annoyed by him, and to be able to seek out his flaws. Because the OMG factor of his content, it's subsided, it's worn away, and now I see him and his content for what it all really is. It's humorless, barely emotional, barely entertaining commentary provided to a camera and uploaded to the internet to be profited from. Now, CraftNation, on the other hand, from what I can see, he doesn't really do much of that. He presents himself in a way as a sort of caring, upbeat guy who's kind of ghetto. His videos are mostly kind of, they're about different things, but usually it's like a news story that he'll commentate on. And he'll inform people of, what's actually going on in the real world. And, and brace yourselves here, not bitching about other people on YouTube. In actuality, in some ways, Kevin himself, he can be considered a YouTube ranter. Oh lordy lord, I actually went there. And did I mention that, he doesn't make videos or comments berating people who criticize him? From what I've seen, he, for the most part, he completely ignores it. But then again, with the amounts of comments he gets, he seems to generally ignore feedback. With the exception of the CraftNation wars, which were led by the top YouTube ranters at the time, like UTF, Archfiend, I think Camubams as well. I don't, maybe him, but definitely UTF and the Archfiend. And they attempted to try and slander him, defame him, get him off the internet, whatever. And that miserably failed. And he made a few videos addressing his haters. Yes, I really don't like using that word, but that's what he was saying. His haters. And he was choosing not to say names, which, you know what? I gotta respect him for that. Because users like UTF, they slander people over the internet, and they try to give them a bad name and ruin their internet reputation, and I guess in a way publicly shame them and ruin, what they could consider to be a good time. Now, Kevin himself, he doesn't do that. He didn't do that. He would just say his haters. His videos are relatively mild compared to John's. And John usually, he says the name, most of the time, he says the names of the users he's going against. Except recently how, in his video Nate Talks to You, he didn't use Nate's name, or his video towards Mitch the Bitch, where he didn't use his name, he called him Tapeworm or something like that. Anyways, as of recording this, I'm holding in a poop from eating pork chops and meat sticks. So I'm gonna go let out a fetid anal shit. I don't really think that there are really any more points I can make. And if there are any, if I can think of any, I'll put them down in the video description. I also encourage anybody who watches this to share your own points and thoughts and views as well. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And yeah, thanks for watching.